The mom of a victim in a deadly DUI crash that involved drugs, I misspoke earlier when I said alcohol, has worked hard to forgive the man responsible. We thank you for staying with us here tonight. I'm Brian Dorman.
And I'm Shannon Brousseau. Latroy Wilson recently pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter and was sentenced to 7 years in prison. Elise Oakley was one of the victims killed in that crash, and her mother tells News on 6's Jordan Tidwell this is something Wilson will have to live with for the rest of his life. Jordan.
Shannon and Brian, Elise Oakley's mom says no punishment could bring her daughter back. And while she misses Elise every day, she thinks Elise would want her to forgive Wilson. Maddie McLaughlin says every day since losing her daughter, Elise Oakley, has been a different kind of grief.
Just every day, you know, when you lose someone, you just kind of, you go through it. It's just, you go through grief, different stages. Some days you be fine, some days you're not, and that's okay.
She says Elise was a basketball-obsessed 17-year-old who loved her family more than anything.
It's really the life of the party, whatever party it was.
Elise died in September of 2020 when Latroy Wilson was driving high near 36 and MLK, crossed the center line and slammed into a car, killing Elise and a relative. Police say Wilson had 4 drugs in his system, including painkillers, a tranquilizer, and an antipsychotic. Wilson was sentenced to 7 years in prison, and McLaughlin thinks that's a decent sentence and hopes he can get the help he needs.
I say it's the addiction that's more important that we need to focus on for him to rehabilitate instead of just him.
She believes it's important for her to be able to forgive him.
And it's possible. It may seem hard sometimes, you know, but it's possible. You can forgive. You might not forget it, like Jesus. You might not forget it, but you can forgive and move on.
The family of the other victim killed in the crash says they do not believe a 7-year sentence is justice. Jordan Tidwell, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.